So this is a video on how to create a penny stock scanner using eTrade Pro. We're going to go to Tools, Strategy Scanner, click Cancel here, then click on this drop down menu, go to Change Strategy, click on My Strategies, click on Create a Strategy, call it whatever you want. We're going to click on Filters first, and let's tell the scanner what to filter out. Okay, I only want to see stocks, let's say, that trade above a half a penny and underneath $1. So minimum and maximum value, set it like that. And you can narrow it down if you want. If you want to have a scanner that goes from 1 cent to 15 cents, and then 15 cent to 50 cents, and so on and so forth, you could do that. But might as well just get them all in one basket, I guess. Scroll down to dollar volume. Set the dollar volume to 80,000 for the minimum value. Leave the maximum value blank. What this is doing, and I'll explain why in a minute, is it's setting it up so it only shows me stocks that traded at least $80,000 on the day. Okay? And then we're going to add one more. We're going to scroll down kind of the middle. We're going to go to change from the close. Oops. Change from the close in terms of a percentage, and we want it to be up at least 8%. Okay? Don't set a maximum value for that. Up at least 8%. Now we're going to go to alerts. We're going to tell eTrade what to alert us for. I want to be alerted for a new high. If it breaks above, let's say, a 30-day high, I want to be alerted for it. Scroll down. We're not gonna have a lot of alerts set. Ultimately, what we want is we want the filters to do a lot of the work. And the alerts are just going to bring us a good list. The only other one I want to check is the block trade. And let's set it for 20,000. What is a block trade? Anytime a 20,000 share order hits the market, I will get alerted for it. Now, 20,000 on a stock that's trading at 1 cent is not a lot. I understand that. But it is a lot once we start getting above 50 cents. Because remember, this scanner goes all the way up to $1. So we're going to set it for 20,000. Okay? And that is it. We're going to leave the symbol list. We're going to have everything checked. Okay? Because we have it filtered down to only show us stocks trading between a half a penny and $1. So I'm not worried about it showing us some of this other stuff, because it probably won't anyway. Click OK. Now we have a new scanner. Click Go. And now you have a menu up here. It says real time, today, 1 day back, so on and so forth. So today is Saturday. Okay, so there's no trading on Saturday. So there really shouldn't be any alerts up here right now. For whatever reason, one of them is showing up. I don't know why. If I click on today, what it's going to do is it's going to show the latest trading day, and it's going to go back. It takes 2 hours for a alert to hit the scanner. So if you are a frequent visitor of my watch list, typically my watch list I post after dinner. And the reason I do that is because when I come back to the computer to do scans, it needs to be at least 2 hours after the close. That way, all of the alerts from the day will hit the scanner. Because if I set it at real time, okay, it's not going to give me any new alerts, because it's only going to show me stuff that's getting alerted right now at the moment. Okay, and if I come back to the computer, an hour after we close, no real-time alerts will come up. And if I change it to show me the alerts from today, when I do this and it's only an hour after the close, that means I'm going to miss all of the alerts that hit during the power hour, because it takes 2 hours for a alert to hit this particular scanner. Okay, um, so during the trading day, have it set to real time, but at night, when you come back to set up for tomorrow, click on today and it'll give you a list of whatever the current trading day is or the previous trading day was. So I can use the today scanner on Saturday and on Sunday, and it'll give me Friday's alerts. If I do one day back, it'll give me Thursday's alerts, and it'll give me Friday's alerts. It'll give me both. So if I did 5 days back, it'll give me pretty much the entire week of alerts. Okay, so click on today and let's see the type of stocks that it showed us. I guess one other thing that I do is I'm going to go down and click on display, or column, sorry, and we're going to hide a lot of this stuff. Let's hide the description, volatility, standard deviation, position in the range, and detail. I don't care about all that stuff. It doesn't matter to me. All I really care about is when did the alert get triggered and what was the stock. Okay, now I'm going to link it up to my charts. You can see these are link 1, so I'm going to change this to link 1. So now I can organize this alphabetically. It gives me a pretty big list of stocks, right? Pretty big list. Now anytime I click on one of these, it should kick it right over to my chart. Alright, so let's start on the bottom. And as you can see, we'll go through this whole list. As you can see so far, we don't really have any great looking setups. And this is something to understand, that it won't give you a ton of good setups. Like I was saying, or maybe I didn't say it already, you know, the scanner is going to give me a huge list of stocks, but out of this list, I'm only going to be able to pull out, you know, maybe 3 or 4 picks, okay, or setups that I like. So here's one, and what I do is I write them down. So might as well do it for Monday. Need a new pen. So when I'm doing my watch list at night, I go through a bunch of different scanners. As you can see, I have a bunch of them. I go through a bunch of them, and I normally just have music on, and I kind of just scroll right through them. And if something catches my eye, then I look into it. And the reason I like this one is because it's in a bull flag. Okay, and Friday we got a nice pop in volume. But anyway, I write down as many as that I can that kind of catch my eye, and then once I do all the scanners, then I go back to the list I have written down, and then I figure out what are the levels and do I really like it enough to put on a watch, if that makes sense. That's my routine. You can set up your own routine, I guess. So I'm going to write down this one as well. And I understand, you know, I've been doing this for a long time, so I might see something a lot easier than most people. But it will come with experience. Just to show you why I like this one, you can easily tell it broke above this little channel. Oops. Okay, nice little breakout here. Doesn't really have any other resistances until up here, up in the 2s. This one I would have liked. I did like it. I put it on a watch list on this night saying, hey, watch for a big move on Friday, and it got it, but it didn't close well. You can see I have it a 15-minute chart here. It closed really weak, therefore I'm not going to watch it next week. So we only got a few stocks to go through left. And as you can see, we went through a pretty huge list of, I don't know, 20 different stocks on this particular scan. And if you change the block trades from 20 down to 10, it might bring up a lot more. But so we just went through a list of a pretty big list, and we only pulled out 2 of them that I kind of like. SPLI, because it's in a nice bull flag. Okay. Nice bull flag here. And MRIB, because it got a channel breakout. Okay, and it's pretty clear up to above 2 cents. And now, you know, when I do the rest of my scans, I'll have to go through each one of these, and each one brings up, I have different criteria set for each one of these. We're not going to go into all of them because I want you to have a reason to go to my website. But hopefully you get the concept. The concept is scan for volume and scan for small price movement. And small price movement would be up 8%. Okay, if it has those 2 criteria, then you try to see if it's in some sort of setup that you can play. But yeah, that's how you set up a penny stock scanner in E-Trade. If you have questions, leave them in the comment box below, and I will try to help you. Goodbye. Oh, visit thestockgarage.com. I go through my list of scanners each night, and I also go through a couple other watch lists that I have saved on my platform of all these different penny stocks and that have run over the last year or so. And the watch lists, I think, are pretty consistent with good setups, and it's free. So make sure you go to thestockgarage.com. I try to do nightly watch lists every night of the week. Occasionally I'll miss a day, but yeah. All right. Goodbye.